Okay, so I'm in this really beautiful forested area. I want to show you this amazing fall colours. I'm in a place called Fontainebleau-sur-Avon, which is the grounds of the castle of Fontainebleau, which is just outside of Paris, just on the south side of Paris, and is where a lot of French royalty lived for many centuries. And I was having this thought about becoming a content creator and why we should become content creators. So if you're like me, you probably switch on social media and you just see so many people blogging. You know, there's all types of gardening blogs, there's travel blogs, there's renovation blogs, there's business blogs, there's fashion blogs. And we kind of feel like, you know, there's so much noise online. Like, why would anybody listen to me? And also, why would I join all these voices of like noise online? Like there's no curation of quality. There's nobody checking if you know what you're talking about. Like people follow all kinds of people and believe all kinds of rubbish online. And why would I contribute to that kind of clamor and noise? So there's a few reasons why I think you should, and why I'm starting to create more content and share it online. So the first thing is, even though it looks like there's so many creators online and there's this real noise, the reality is that 99% of people don't create content, right? So what we see online is still really only the minority. It's the 1% who have the courage, to be honest, and the the entrepreneurship to film stuff, share stuff, learn stuff, and be online content creators. Secondly, the way the internet works is a curation of quality content through the network effect of viewers. So if there's rubbish content online, it won't get views over time. If there's quality content online and that person continues to create quality content, that person will grow a network and the quality content is rewarded. This is why algorithms like Google and things like that are so powerful, because they know how to spot what is quality content and bring it to the top and suggest it to more people. So even though you feel like, oh, well, there's no who out there is checking if stuff is good. You know, back in the day, there was like editors of newspapers to check whether information was true. You know, there were publishing houses that checked whether writing was quality. Nowadays, the community votes. So if you're creating nonsensical content, the community will eventually just not follow you. Of course, you know, there's people can follow rubbish still, but this community censorship is really quite powerful. And it also means that if you're consistent with your content and you're creating quality, people will find you in time and start to follow you. So really you are incentivized to create good quality content. The second reason why I think you should create content, you should be sharing online more, and the reason I'm starting to share more online is we learn through doing and we learn through creating and sharing. So those who are content creators are actually just in a way documenting their learning experience and putting it out there into the world, and can move in time from being, say, a beginner educator to quite an advanced educator right up to master level. What I mean by this is, if you think about an elementary school teacher, that person doesn't really need to be a lot more qualified than the children that they're teaching. They just need to have at least finished elementary school and probably have a high school education in order to be an elementary teacher. And I'm talking about historically, right? You know, nowadays I think you need a college degree to be an elementary teacher. But back in the day, you just needed to have finished some, you know, at least a high school training to become an elementary teacher. But if that person keeps studying and learning and training in their trade, they could become a university level educator. And if they continue studying and training, they could become, you know, a really world-class master. The thing is, to get going, they don't need to be a world-class master if they're just going to teach elementary school students. And this is where the content space is so powerful, is if you're learning, say, how to flip houses, how to renovate houses, if you're learning how to publish digital photography, if you're learning how to, grow a business, do some marketing, whatever you're learning, if you're just sharing that online, it's like you're the elementary school teacher who's just one step ahead of the kids that you're teaching. You don't need to be a world-class master to provide a lot of value. There's people out there that want to learn from you. And so really, content creation is really just about documenting what you're learning and just sharing it with other people. And there's always people who are behind you who would love to learn what you're learning. So the third reason I think you should become a content creator is really the sheer volume of people that you can reach. So for example, if your interest is in something really niche like boat building, maybe you're really good at a certain type of craft or art, maybe you're really interested in a certain type of cuisine, or you're very interested in a certain niche world of mathematics and economics. Thing is, back in centuries past, if you relied on your immediate network to find people who are interested in that, it's very hard to find people. So for example, if only 1% of anyone is interested in your area of or your particular area of interest, you need to be around hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people to even just find peers who like what you like. Whereas these days with the internet, you have an access to an enormous community of people online. So, if the English-speaking world is about 1 billion people, and about 1% of people are interested in what you're interested in, say some niche thread of philosophical inquiry, well, 1% of 1 billion people is still 10 million people. So there's probably about 10 million people in the world who are also interested in what you're interested in. And then even if 1% of them are online and are able to even connect with you, 1% of 10 million is still 100,000 people. So if you're able to capture the attention of 100,000 people, like that's a sizable audience, right? Who are interested in what you're interested in. They're online, they're available, they're connecting to you. Even if you only get 1% of them into a community with you, to dialogue or discuss. So 1% of 100,000 is 1,000. So even if you had maybe a Patreon community, maybe an email list, or a group of people who are paying you a really small amount just to learn from what you're learning, because you're just sharing as you grow and as you learn, that's 1,000 people who might pay you to learn with you and to grow together. And then even if you have 1% of them who pay you a lot, they actually really invest in you and say, okay, I really want to learn with you, I really want to kind of achieve mastery at your level. 1% of 1,000 is about 10 people. So if you could get 10 people to pay you a lot of money, and by a lot of money I mean, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, that's a solid income for you to pursue a niche interest of yours. So this is why I'm really passionate about quality content creation, why I think you should be creating content online, this huge opportunity that the internet opens up, the network effect of building a community online that you'll be rewarded for quality, and how you can find people online who are interested in what you're interested in, and you can even generate revenue from sharing your interests. A bit like the school teacher can earn a full income from just teaching elementary school kids, and all they need to know is just be a few years ahead of those elementary school kids. Like, you don't need to be the best in the world in that topic to make money from this stuff. You just need to be passionate about it, a few steps ahead. And then if you stick at it for 5-10 years and you do become a world master, then you can be really commanding a lot of money, the way the best in the world of any craft or art or sport or field of knowledge can command a lot of money. So I look forward to seeing your content online. I hope you start creating soon, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.